Hi, my name is Mike Coleman. I'm a developer advocate on the Lightsail team here at Amazon Web Services. And today I'm going to take you through a video that shows you some of the capabilities of Amazon Lightsail. But before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that you don't have to try to do everything at the same time that I'm doing it on the screen. We've got a written guide in the description below that you can go and download, and then after the video, you can go try it all on your own. So let's get started. In this video, we're going to look at how you can create a Linux virtual machine on Amazon Lightsail. We're here on the Lightsail homepage, and we're going to get started by clicking Create Instance. The first decision we need to make is where do we want to run our instance. So we'll click on the link here, and you can see we have regions all over the globe. Pick a region that's close to where you or your customers are. I'm in Oregon, so I'm going to leave that default selected. We'll scroll down. We can also pick an availability zone. Availability zones are fault tolerance zones. Not really important for this example, so we'll leave it at the default. Next, we'll scroll down and choose our operating system. So we'll click on OS only, and then we're going to go ahead and just run Amazon Linux. So we'll leave that selected. Now we'll move into some optional components. I'm going to click on Launch Script. A launch script is a script that runs the very first time an instance is booted. So if I wanted to update all the packages that were already installed on my system, I could paste that command here into the box, and the very first time the system runs, the yum command will update all of my installed packages. The next option we have is what to do with our SSH keys. Now by default, we create an SSH key for you. So if we click on this here, you can go in and you can see that you can upload your own, or you can use the default. You can generate a new one. Again, just going to stick with the default. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to enable automatic backups. So by clicking snapshots, I can choose a time of day that I want the system to back itself up. And we'll store those backups for about 7 days to help protect against any sort of data loss or failure. So next, let's choose how big of an instance we want. Now, instances are priced based on the amount of CPU, RAM, disk, and network throughput, and they range from $3.50 up to $160. We're going to go ahead and use the $3.50 instance, so I'll leave that one selected. And then we'll scroll down, and we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a name here. So we'll call this Linux instance. Then finally, we have the option of adding a tag to our instance so we can easily find it or organize resources later. So we're going to go ahead and use a key value tag. And what we're going to do is set a key of OS for operating system, and then we're going to set the value at Linux. So later, I'll be able to go back and say, well, why don't you show me all of my instances that are running Linux by choosing the key value pair of OS and Linux. So let's click Create Instance. The instance will go off and start the creation process, and we'll rejoin it when it's back up and running. So the instance is now running. So if I click this connection icon right here, that's going to let me start an SSH session into my Linux instance. So you can see here, we get the Linux command line. And from here, I can do anything that I would do on any other Linux box. Install my software, adjust system settings, and go from there. So that's all it takes to get a Linux instance running on Amazon Lightsail.